I had a drink and drug addiction that spanned just over 20 years. A range of things, alcohol and other drugs. It bottomed out, or rock bottomed I suppose, whenever I was actually made homeless. I'd lost everything at that stage. Relationships went, my relationships with my children went as well. It was quite low with the suicidal attempts. My mental health was shot. Really where it went for me, falling quite high from like quite a good rewarding job to stealing packets of ham out of a supermarket to survive. At that time I didn't associate it with having as a mental health issue. I just thought that I'd like to drink too much and use other drugs, but I didn't realise as it was explained to me, I was so sick I didn't know I was sick, and that can be quite lonely place. Whenever I decided to get myself sort of straight, I found that my mental health was quite lacking. So what I actually found was to try and structure my days. I wasn't working at the time, but to try and structure my days, I started to start running, and I kept myself. I found that it linked quite well with my mental health, so I was able to zone out or put music on and be able to go and go for runs. Then I could see that I was actually starting to get a lot better physically. I coupled that, I noticed also that mentally then as well, I seemed to get stronger as I was getting physically stronger. And obviously there was confidence boosters along the way as well, with doing the park runs, that maybe my physical appearance started to get a bit better, and people started to notice and comment on that, so that fueled more and more confidence and self-esteem, because my self-esteem and self-worth were quite low at the time, because obviously mental health wasn't great. And it wasn't just about the 20 minutes or half an hour that I was actually running, it was the whole, going to the event, running it, and then a cup of tea afterwards, and linking in with people, and then maybe meeting up and going for maybe two or three runs a week, and I just started to feel better about myself. And it's amazing how I didn't link the two, and it sounds daft looking back now, but linking feeling physically fit and mentally fit, they just feed off each other. From what that was at that time, then I started doing the 5k runs, which 20-25 minutes, but was able to build that up. Then I was able to go and do maybe a 10k, and done a few 10k runs with Addiction NI, and then built it up. Was running the half marathons, and then that finished off this year whenever I ran the full Belfast Marathon, just over 4 hours. Well, actually, it's closer. It was over 5 hours, but sure, we'll say 4 hours. But yeah, no, it was just ran Belfast Marathon, but completed it, and it wasn't about the time; it was about finishing it. And for me, that kind of brought everything to where I'd gone full circle. So from starting out as something to do, as a bit of a hobby, to actually accomplish something to make me proud of me, because there was years I wasn't proud of me, and so there was much more to just running than running or something to do. That's where it ended up then in May, whenever I completed the Belfast Marathon. Join Inspire on the 19th of August for the Collinswater 10k.